Hello and welcome to Veterans Medals Workshop hosted by Medals of America, which supplies all of our medals and badges, and Medals of America Press, which provides all of the information. As such as this program today is going to come from my new book, U.S. Army Medals, Badges, and Insignia. And today we're going to talk about one of the most interesting personal decorations in the United States Army. We're going to talk about the Army Achievement Medal. And what makes it so unique? It is the first personal decoration of the United States Army in the Army's Pyramid of Honor. And the other thing that makes it so especially unique is it has more Army and military symbolism on it than any other medal except the Medal of Honor. And if you're curious about that, there's a great video out there on the Army Medal of Honor, and you'll want to catch it. But today we're going to talk about the Army Achievement Medal, specifically designed for junior officers and junior soldiers, for the young soldiers that make the Army what it is. And it's the first decoration that they can receive. And it's important because it shows that they're a winner. And so let me talk to you about the symbolism of the medal, the description of the medal, why is it awarded, and how one displays it when it's awarded. So let's go. Oh, wait. If you want more information on the Army Achievement Medal or any other United States Army medal, decoration, service medal, unit award, or ribbon-only award, or badges, it's all right here in this book, over 220 pages, available for you on Amazon. Thank you. The Army Achievement Medal was established in 1981 and is awarded for significant achievement, deserving recognition, but not considered adequate to qualify for the award of the Army Commendation Medal. The award authority rests with commanders in the grade of lieutenant colonel and above, basically battalion commanders and brigade commanders, and it's limited, or it was limited, to non-combat achievement before the establishment of the C, or the combat device, and I'll talk to that a little bit later. The key elements on the medal are the Department of Army seal, which is centered in a bronze octagon 1.5 inches in diameter. The medal shape was chosen especially to distinguish it from other Army decorations. The Army seal in itself represents the authority under which the award is given, and I'm going to give you a little more detail on that in just a moment. On the reverse of the medal are 3 lines in the upper half reading for military achievement, and at the bottom of the medal there's a double spray of laurel which represents achievement. The ribbon has a central stripe of blue with a white center, and the blue is bordered by white, green, white, and is edged in green. The center of the medal is a Roman breastplate below a vertically unsheathed sword, point up, with a pommel resting on the neck of the opening of the breastplate, and what's called a freedom hat that dates back to the ancient days of the Greeks and the Romans is supported on the tip of the sword point. The entire central device is a group of military trophies, and over this is a serpent holding in its mouth a scroll describing "This will defend," and beneath the trophies is the date 1775, for when the Army was first established. The design of the Army Achievement Medal is rich with tradition, history, and symbolism, and it goes back to the first Army seal and later the Army Emblem, which it can, of course, be traced back to the early days of our Revolution. Shown here on your left is a Department of the Army seal. It's a traditional War Office seal used since the Revolution and was designed as a Department of the Army seal by the National Security Act of 1947. The Roman date, probably the longest one you've ever seen, and the designation War Office are from the seal. The date in the Roman numerals actually refers to 1778, the year of its adoption. The term Board of War and Ordnance, United States of America, was used during the Revolution and later shortened to United States of America War Office, and it's always been associated with the headquarters of the Army. The actual medal, the Army Achievement Medal, was designed from the Department of the Army Emblem,
And the Army seal is traditionally used to authenticate documents and is not authorized for display. So on your right is a design of the Army Emblem. And to create an official Army emblem, the Secretary of the Army approved the design in 1974. And it was developed from the Army seal, but it differs in a number of ways. The emblem is displayed in color and includes the inscription Department of the Army instead of War Office. The American flag is on the viewer's left, and the Army flag pattern has been added to the other flag. The Roman numerals for 1778, for the date the Army seal was adapted, are replaced with the date 1775 for the date the Army was established. The colors are those traditionally associated with the Army: blue for loyalty and vigilance, perseverance and truth, red for courage, zeal and fortitude, white for purity of purpose, and black for determination and consistency. Gold represents achievement, dignity, and honor. The actual medal is initially minted in bronze, but it is also available as an anodized or gold-plated medal. It has a regulation ribbon bar, an enamel lapel pin, and miniature medals are available in both bronze and gold, as well as an unofficial mini ribbon, which is sometimes used by veterans, and enamel hat pin. There are 4 devices now for it. The C device, which is the combat device, which indicates that it was awarded in a combat zone. An R device, which indicates that it was awarded for remote action from a combat zone. The final attachments of the Army Achievement Medal are the bronze oak leaf cluster to indicate additional awards, and a silver oak leaf cluster, which would indicate 5 bronze oak leaf clusters. Today, when a soldier such as this Spec 4 from 101st Airborne Division receives the Army Achievement Medal, he would already have received several other medals for his service in the Army. Let me talk to those. Today, when a young soldier or young officer receives the Army Achievement Medal, he will have already received a National Defense Service Medal for when he came on active duty, and after 30 days service, he would qualify for the War on Terrorism Service Medal. Please note that the Army Achievement Medal is significantly larger than the service medals. And I'd also like to point out to you the difference on the War on Terrorism Service Medals, because there are 2 variations out there. The original War on Terrorism Service Medal, as is shown here, was slightly larger than the current version, and it has the word medal on the front of it. It's still an official medal, and perhaps more desirable because it's the original issue. It'll also stand out in a row of medals because it is slightly larger than the current War on Terrorism Service Medal. I need to point out, too, that members of the National Guard and the Army Reserve who've been activated and have received the Army Achievement Medal would also have the Armed Forces Reserve Medal with M device, as shown here as the last medal in the row. But there's also something you have to watch out for with the Armed Forces Reserve Medal, in that there's 6 variations of it. I'll show you. There are 6 versions of the Armed Forces Reserve Medal, one for the Army Reserve, one for the Navy, the Marine Corps, the Air Force, the Coast Guard, and then a separate one for the National Guard. Well, let's take a look at how examples of the Army Achievement Medal could be displayed. And this example shows a soldier who was in the Army between 1988 and 1991, and he would not have received a Global War on Terror Service Medal because it wasn't authorized then. But it's still a very handsome display, and notice how the Army Achievement Medal stands out. This young sergeant from 101st Airborne Division puts together a very handsome display with his medals in anodized or gold-plated, with the Army Achievement Medal in the place of honor. But he also shows his ribbons and his badges, and I like his coins down at the bottom also. But his medals make a very handsome display which he could be proud of for his Iraqi service. This sergeant and veteran of the Iraqi War also shows a handsome display with the regular bronze medals, and he has the Army Commendation Medal, then the Army Achievement Medal and Good Conduct Medal at the top of his military awards. Army Specialist 4 shows his ribbons with his Combat Action Badge over them and his award of the Army Commendation Medal with B, and also his Army Achievement Medal at the very top of his display. He's a Iraqi veteran, and he's got a beautiful display of his medals, and you'll notice he also has the Armed Forces Reserve Medal to indicate he was mobilized. Army Staff Sergeant's display shows 3 awards of the Army Achievement Medal, which would indicate to any commander or sergeant major that he was a very successful, hard-charging young soldier before even going into combat. It looks like he was pretty successful in combat also. This Army Sergeant First Class gives a great example in his display of the Army's Pyramid of Honor for Meritorious Service, because it shows not only multiple awards of the Army Achievement Medal, but also an award of the Joint Services Achievement Medal, the Army Commendation Medal, and the Meritorious Service Medal, all awards for outstanding achievement and meritorious service. Must be one heck of a Sergeant First Class.
Thank you for joining us today for our show on the Army Achievement Medal. I think you'll agree it's a beautifully designed medal loaded with symbolism for the Army's history, and a great reward for young soldiers and young officers is their first personal decoration for achievement or meritorious service. And don't forget that it all came from this book, which is available for you on Amazon. And if you enjoyed the show, please give us a like, or better yet, how about subscribing? See you at the next show.